Hi there, this is Galen Martling. Today I made a topper full of sunflowers for this card. I'm using Unity Stamp Company stamps and dies. And so those are called Simply Sunflower. It is a border background, beautiful sunflowers all the way around. I'm only using a portion of this. So this is stamped on watercolor paper and die cut using one of the dies by Unity. So for the dies, I have scallops and rectangle nesting dies. And I also have dashes and frills, hearts. It's a die set. And so this is going to be watercolor using dye ink pads. And so what I did was I had some small cubes of dye ink, and I just used a palette mat. This one is by Alt New, to just lay down little squares of each color. I picked autumn colors of different shades of orange and yellow and some greens. And I just dabbed the ink pad directly to this palette mat. Any mat will do, and as long as it's waterproof and it will hold the ink, or you can use your acrylic blocks for this. So then you have a water well nearby with a narrow paintbrush, and you wet the brush and dab off any excess water that you don't want and dab it into the color, and then just add it to your stamping. Make sure you stamp with waterproof ink or a hybrid type of ink or archival ink, so that the ink for the stamping doesn't bleed into the color. And then you just variegate the colors. In my case, I just wanted the orange and yellow to show for the flowers, and then I picked 2 colors of green for the greenery. Now I am coloring the parts that I think I'm going to use for this card topper, and is like a border for the top and sides of the card. And it's just another look you can use with these background stamps. I like to do this as well. Sometimes if you use half of this background, you can get 2 cards out of one piece of stamping. So there you go. I just lightly wet the brush. I don't have it really soaked, so I didn't wait between colors to add different ones. I didn't mind if some of the yellow and orange bleed together and blend together, but I am not going for a perfect look on this. This is just a fall inspired loose watercolor look here. And now I just top it or finish it off with some brown for the center of these sunflowers. And that's what it looks like right before it dries out. So you want to make sure you heat set or leave it to dry. And then you want to fussy cut those sunflowers. So I use scissors and I just cut it out. If you have a fancy die cutting machine that you can use, like a scan and cut or something, that would also cut it out. But I just use scissors. And then I didn't like the white around the edges, so I just used a dark gray Copic marker. Any marker will do. You can use distress ink pads and ink blending brushes also to make those edges a different color or maybe a darker outline look to match your stamping. I just grabbed a marker for this and it worked just fine. This is trimmed to fit an A2 card. So what I did was I wanted to make a smaller background panel and kind of affix it towards the bottom. That's going to be like in a cream color. I wanted something to offset the darker colors in the sunflowers. So I picked like an ivory shade. Then I just used double-sided foam tape for the topper and for this die cut sentiment from the sentiment kit for September. And then I just put those 2 together to finish it. It's so pretty. I hope you like it. Thanks so much for watching. Please take a moment to subscribe and have a great day.